Anything of interest? No? Okay.
What? Yes?
We heal a little bit.
What is
Honey's struggling here.
it? I'm here.
All right. Good job. Come talk to me. Hey, bro. Quickly, be ready. The Banthas are in position and will soon stir our restless prey. Hope the mines do their job quickly. Don't worry, I'm ready. Wait, what is that rumbling sound? Oh boy, he's a big one. Oh boy, he's a big one. Hit. Up. Whoop. Up. Please die. Oh my gosh, we did it. I barely did anything. Kinda his kill here. It is done, and the great beast is dead. To my shame, I denied him a final fight, but I will honor his memory to make amends. I thank you for your aid, human. You have earned a share of the victory, such as it is. Thanks, we did what had to be done. Regrettably so, I just hope you remember there were higher reasons for this. Don't let the spoils be your only reason to hunt. Wealth fades, the sands remain. I thank you for your help here today, human. I shall see you again, I am sure. Hell yeah. We received some items. We hope that they're dragon pearls. I don't see dragon pearl. Can I search this man? Nope. Okay, I'm fine. Did we get any fucking pearls? Did we not? Oh my god. We killed the dragon, but I don't see any pearls. Okay. Holocron. Take at that. You know what? Maybe it's under K. Well, let's show new items. There it is. Oh my gosh, we did it. But it also counts as an upgrade item for the lightsaber. Don't really care that much. This holocron has been cracked and worn by the sands and wind, but is still marginally operational. When it activated, it shows the holographic image of a middle-aged human man and appears to have been used as a means to record his personal thoughts over many years. Okay. And we use the star map. Which, goddamn, that means we're pretty much done with Tatooine already. If I'm not mistaken.
The star map. Even after all the thousands of years it has been here, it still has tremendous power. Can you not feel it?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The great dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it. Come, we should leave this place. There's nothing else for us here.
Nice. Alright. We're done. Whee! That's Tatooine for us. Manon definitely seemed more involved, but maybe it wasn't. Hello? Oh, not you. I should have saved.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end. You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time.
Come on, Kalo. Maybe we can work out a deal here.
Sorry, I'm not in this for the credits. You're the only ones who've ever gotten away from me. I've got a rep to protect. Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
Oh, well, I can save. Hell yeah. Screw you, Kalo. Nobody likes you. And away we go. Hold on, redo. Lightsaber. I want to throw some grenades out here. I don't know if sonic grenades really do anything against like real people. I don't know what an ion grenade does, but we'll go with that.
Yes?
And here we want to use stun. Maybe a force push and some flurry attacks. Juhani, I'd rather you be on this side. Let's use stasis, slow, and you can throw another ion grenade. Okay, well, Bastila wasn't supposed to attack that person, but whatever. Goodbye.
Yes? What?
And we win. Sorry, Kalo. You're dead. Is he gonna come back again? I mean, he came back the last time, so who knows? Maybe he'll come back again. Who knows? You never know. I'm realizing I never really considered the fact that the Jedi robes don't provide much in the way of defense. Noted. Oh well.
Your wish? What?
Taking out Calo Nord. We've got a new outfit. Yeah, we can just go to... go to the Sand People base. Give them the Dragon Pearl. And, I don't know that there's... Is there anything else? Not really. We did find the holocron.
How can I help?
Do you want to talk?
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing.
Why didn't you ask about her
I have my
sickness?
doubts as to whether she's actually sick.
Why would you lie about it?
Mother used to lie about many things to get her way. She's a selfish woman who pushed my father into doing what she wished.
Sound bitter.
Yes, I thought I'd let go of that anger. All my training and it comes back so quickly. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going. How can I help? About my mother?
Are you gonna give the
Do you think I
holocron?
should?
Do you need it more than she
I
does?
would like to keep something to remember father as much as she would. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I should be able to let go of this, but I can't. I don't want to talk about...
Okay. Yeah. So we've got that. We should probably... Let's bring Canderous. Okay, never mind. Can't switch our party members out at the moment, but we need to go back to Sand People territory. Hopefully they won't be mad at us for the Bantha thing. I didn't see that there was much other option there. Except to maybe just fight the Crate Dragon directly, but I don't really know how well that would have gone. This has been a fun world. I've enjoyed Tatooine. So we gotta decide if we want to go to Kashyyyk next or the other place. We'll see. I have 2 things I feel like might be useful on Kashyyyk, and then I have 1 thing. I guess we'll go to Kashyyyk because it's 2-1, isn't it? We'll go to Kashyyyk. At the same time, I don't know that Karth's story is going to continue at all until we've done that, so we'll see. But like Zalbar's story hasn't done, he just hasn't had a story at all. We'll work it out. This is a long way to walk. Yeah, but I don't know. Does anybody care about the Shang-Chi movie? I just have no idea who this character is. And the trailer isn't really selling it very well. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. What else? The Black Widow movie's coming out. I kind of want to see that. I feel like that could be interesting. I don't really know what else. I'm trying to watch a lot of other movies at the same time. Like, I really liked Knives Out, and I feel like there's a lot of movies out there that are kind of similar, or like that are good but not related to anything, you know? Just like kind of standalone films. But I feel like it's hard to sift through those. That's why I stick with stuff that's like generally related to something I already know. Else I just don't know how to always navigate that space. How do I get in? I have to go all the way around. Should have gone right when I went in, but now I have to go all the way around. Oh man, okay. Well, that's that, I suppose. Let's finish this up, and then we can get the heck out of here. Hey, bro. I forgot. I need HK-47. Okay, well I can't. The fuck? Really? Oh my god. Okay. I forgot I need HK-47 here, or else I can't communicate with him. Kinda dumb of me. Oh my god. Juhani. Where are you? She got stuck. Let's get out of here. and then immediately come back in because it's stupid. Oh, it seems... It's really odd sometimes, the places where I can switch party members and the places where I can't. See, I have to just leave the camp in order to... There we go. I'm planning on going fishing with my dad this weekend. He's been pretty adamant about fishing lately, which is good. It makes sense because we bought like licenses to go fishing, and so he wants. God damn it! I went the wrong way again. So he wants to like get as much use out of it as we can. We've never really been fishing in Ohio, is the thing. Like this year and last year were kind of the first times we'd ever really been fishing ever around here, and the only other time I ever went fishing was in Wisconsin. So it's like kind of new to us. It's nice that he's interested in it. Hello.
Query. What do you wish to ask of him, Master?
I want for information. Tell me the history of your clan.
Translation. Translation.
Here you go.
Translation. Translation. He is stupefied, Master. He never thought you could return with such an item. Such a thing has not been done in many years. Translation. He will allow you to meet the storyteller, but also gives a warning. If you dare to repeat the histories incorrectly, you will be killed. Translation. The storyteller will be summoned to one of the rooms here in the Enclave. He seems to think this is a great honor for you, Master.
I mean, it is.
Translation. Translation.
Not entirely sure what we'll get out of this, but, compared to the warriors that you have encountered, the Sand People storyteller is relatively calm in his movements and speech, but he still regards you coldly.
He identifies himself as the storyteller, Master. He has been told of your warrior skills and will speak the history to you.
Thank you. I am honored. Ask him what he records.
Translation. Translation. There is only one accepted history, passed orally to each successive generation. Translation. A book or datapad can be taken away, cheapening the value of what it contains. To commit it to paper or storage is to remove it from the people.
What topics can I choose from?
Translation. Translation. You may choose to hear the history, or you may choose not to. Their history is a single entity that cannot be partitioned.
I see.
Translation. The only exception is in continuing the tales once they have begun. If you leave, when you return, he will continue from where he left off.
Alright, well, strap in here. Let us begin the history.
Translation. Translation. It begins with the ancient times. They were not sand people, for there was no sand. The land was green with life, and they walked without wrappings. Translation. Though the land was beautiful, they lived apart from the land. They built their walls high and saw beyond the horizon. They dared to reach the stars. Translation. There are no words for how long ago this was. It was before the outsiders, before the abduction, before the cities fell, before the builders.
I want to ask questions about what I've heard.
Cautionary. I should warn you, Master, that any questioning of their interpretation may be seen as trying to change the meaning of what was said. Clarification. They may consider this to be speaking the words in error, a blasphemy they would attempt to kill you for. Obedient. Translation. Translate.
Okay. That's a little worrying. Oh boy, these guys are very touchy, very touchy. I would like to ask my questions, though.
Translation. The story. Cautionary. Clarification. It would appear that they once had a thriving technologically advanced society, but were wiped out by a much more sophisticated alien species.
Yeah, I figured. Is there anything in the Galactic Record that would verify this?
Negative. I am no library, but since there is no Republic record of this planet having sentient life before Zerka colonization, I doubt you will find such evidence.
Ask him if these builders resemble any modern species.
Translation. He only understands the builders as an iconic force meant to test the resolve of his people. He is not making sense, Master. Clarification. They claim their stories are repeated unchanged, but they have demonized these builders. In their minds, they wreaked such havoc they could not possibly be flesh and blood.
Oh my gosh, okay. Ask if they have an image we could compare with current species.
Cautionary. Master, this line of questioning may be interpreted as attempting to change the story. He may react poorly.
We'll see.
Translation. Cautionary as
Okay. Well, maybe I should have listened. All right. Maybe if he says that, I don't know if I want to rely on that as being like just definitively true. That if he says that, that means I shouldn't say it. Okay. Let me just re-ask the same questions, and then I'll pull back to where we were. Can you clarify how long ago Tatooine was green with life?
doubting. I don't believe he can, Master. Even if their stories are exact and unchanged, it is likely they were first told thousands of years after these events occurred. This has become very much like a creation myth for his people. There is no date. It simply was.
I see.
Cautionary. Obedient.
Alright, continue the history.
Translation. Translation. His arrogant people touched the stars, and this sin drew the attention of the builders. The builders did not touch the stars, they lashed them to millstones. Translation. Great demons of metal stripped the world of its riches until all that was left was the green of the ground. The great cities were lifted away. Translation. Those that had used the wealth were taken along with it. Transgressors abducted to serve past the sky, seeding the stars with penitent, adaptable slaves.
Okay.
Cautionary. Clarification. I believe they were occupied by this technologically superior species for a substantial period. Stripping an entire planet of usable resources would have taken generations.
How many of his people were taken off world?
Translation. Translation. He has no number. He claims that those that were taken were examples of the worst of his kind, arrogant and uncaring of the land. Doubtful, Master. This is just another distortion due to their demonization of the builders. It's like claiming an aspect of his people were taken, not actual individuals. Clearly, history has colored his view. Of course, only the inferior meatbags were taken. The remaining were his ancestors, after all. They must have been special.
Suggest that he rethink it. Probably not a good idea. Why would the invaders have done this?
Obvious. The same reason Zerka Corporation is attempting it now. Expanding empires need tremendous amounts of resources. Obedient. Translation.
I want to ask it just in case, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure that's gonna go badly. I don't really see how that's not gonna go badly.
Cautionary. Master.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna take his word for it, because I do feel like
Obedient.
that's gonna go poorly. Continue the history.
Translation. Translation. There came a time when the builders were also judged for their crimes. After generations, a plague weakened them, and the time of the Great War began. Translation. The builders faltered, and his people realized why they had been punished, so that they understood the crime, and would now strike down the greater offender. Translation. They worked chaos in the machines, so they destroyed themselves. The builders fought back, laying waste to the green that had been misused with fire from above. Translation. Soil became glass, grinding to sand, but the fight was long planned, and his people were safe. Deep in cave homes carved from valley wall, they were free.
It's really claiming that this this place was a luscious land once, and just due to the builders, it became a fucking desert. It's not really how it works, dude. It's not really how it works.
Cautionary.
Tell me about the Great War.
Clarification. The occupying force suffered some sort of species-wide plague that lowered their numbers over time. His people used this extended weakness to sabotage their larger ships. The response of the builders appears to have been to lay waste to the entire surface of Tatooine.
How could they repel such a powerful species?
Doubting. They didn't, Master. They struck a blow, but the storyteller only believes they won because the builders were gone when they emerged from their caves. That does not mean they defeated anyone. It seems clear that the builders simply sterilized their problem and left. The enemy judged them not worthy to fight.
That's probably not gonna go well.
Cautionary.
What kind of weapon could do so much damage?
Clarification. I may not have properly conveyed how long they fought with the builders. Given time, any number of armaments could destroy a world. Hypothesis. Perhaps this is another distortion. Their climate may have begun to fail due to their unrestrained development even before the builders arrived. Looking back thousands of years later, such a shift could easily be attributed to the much-hated conquerors.
That makes sense. Let me just do this again just to see.
That does not mean they...
How could they survive such an attack?
Hypothesis. people were moving away from technology for a long time under the builders, they may have had extensive cave systems that could grant shelter. I would also suggest that, given the evidence of the massive shift in the nature of their society, most of them did not survive. Obedient.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Editing, if I may, Master. This section of his tale details several millennia of the long walk, their nomadic wanderings as they accept their identity in a desert world. Rather than strain my circuits on his dialect, might we just assume there was much fighting over who has the biggest bantha and move on to more recent things?
I want to no. Tell me all of it.
Resignation. Very well, Master.
Several hours later, okay.
Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all the sand people and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation. Then machines fell from the stars again, outsiders like you that brazenly walked apart from the land. And greater still was the insult to come. Translation. These outsiders reminded them of their past transgression, of the time when they too walked apart from land. The outsiders, your kind, looked like their ancient abducted. Translation, so it is to the current sons that the Sand People hate all outsiders and give them no footing. You come again, time after time, adaptable slaves to the machine. Editing. The last 1,000 years are full of conflicts with different groups of attempted planetary settlers, all of whom are poorly described, long dead, and likely untraceable. I believe I have truncated it down to the usable bits in what was already said. I hope it is enough, Master.
Sure. I want to ask questions about what I've heard.
Cautionary
I want to ask about the long walk.
impatience. Master, I refuse to inconvenience you with this. He spouted names of petty tribal fights in deserts so distant they might as well be across the galaxy. Really, Master, I'm sure it's important to him, but it has nothing of value that you could ever put to use.
I value your contribution. He's probably right. He's probably right. I'll just give it to him. He's probably right. Let's go ahead. I don't want to give him shit for this when he's just being reasonable.
Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all the Sand People and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation. Then machines fell from the stars again, outsiders like you that brazenly walked apart from the land. And greater still was the insult to come. Translation. These outsiders reminded them of their past transgression, of the time when they too walked apart from land. The outsiders, your kind, looked like their ancient abducted. Translation. So it is to the current sons that the Sand People hate all outsiders and give them no footing. You come again, time after time, adaptable slaves to the machine.
Let's keep asking questions. Tell me about the outsiders.
Clarification. They appear to hate humanity with a passion only rivaled by their hatred of the builders. For some reason, you resemble what they once were.
Oh, I wonder why.
Perhaps there is a lingering fear that you are their tainted selves returning from exile among the stars.
Is it a physical or societal similarity?
Cautionary, Master. Master, if you mean to suggest that humanity is ancestrally linked to ancient Tatooine, you will strain his belief system to its pitiful meatbag maximum.
Okay.
Obedient.
I want to do it, but let's save first.
Translation.
This is fun. We're learning a lot. Are you guys happy with this? Oftentimes when I'm editing this, I'm like, sometimes there's like a lot of dialogue, and it's like, is this interesting to anybody? I find it interesting just playing the game, but
Translation.
like I know I'm not interacting with it in any way, just leaving it as it is, and like nobody else gets to interact. Like it's funner when I guess you're interacting with
Cautionary.
it and learning what you want to
Remember my-
learn, but
Clarification. Perhaps there is a cautionary.
let's go for it.
Translation. Cautionary.
Well, he worded it in a different way, so I thought it wouldn't really offend him, but it just might be a stupid question to ask. So, okay, we'll continue. I hope you guys are enjoying this game. If you're watching this at any point, I find it very fascinating.
Translation. Translation. Now that you have heard the whole of the history, you may select a piece of it to hear again. Obedient.
Okay, I guess that was it.
Translation. Translate.
Okay. Just some Sand People lore, I guess. That's all that was. I wasn't really sure if there was going to be anything else to it than that, but that's about it. They were here. Tatooine, apparently, according to them, used to be very green and luscious, and now it's not. Because the builders showed up, and then they made a bunch of shit, and then the Sand People hid in a cave, and then the place turned to desert, and then they wandered about, and then the people showed up, and then they hated them. So yeah. So we gotta go see Bastila's mother now. I want to change out HK-47 and bring out Canderous here. And maybe we can try to talk to him, see if he's thought about...
What are you... This thing... Is there something
Alright, he
else
hasn't
you
figured
want?
it out yet. That's fine.
Your choice.
Earlier today, I saw like an animation online, I think, that was like... that made a reference to Beyond Good and Evil, and basically made a reference to this guy in Beyond Good and Evil. Like, there's this character in it that, like, runs into fences to knock them down, or grates and stuff. And so the joke was that it reminded him of, like, Fred Flintstone. And then, like, the first comment was the uploader being like, wow, I didn't realize how many people don't understand Beyond Good, like, have never played Beyond Good and Evil and don't get the reference. Because all of the comments are like, I don't know what this is, but it's pretty funny. It was like kind of sad. Beyond Good and Evil, if you haven't played it, you should play it. It's like definitely one of the... Honestly, it's probably one of the best games of all time. It's really, really good. I personally, I never finished it, I guess, so maybe I shouldn't say that. Unless I finished it. I guess you shouldn't... I don't know. But from what I played, it was really, really good. I plan on finishing it someday, but it's just... It was the way I played it that I couldn't really continue, because I played it on my old laptop, which didn't have, like, a graphics card. And so it ran like garbage. Somehow it was still kind of working, but my computer was really struggling to run it. And I just never ended up finishing it, so... now I have it on Xbox, and I think I tried to play it on Xbox again. I tried to start it again, and then it, like, struggled to run again. Just because it was an Xbox game. So, you know, I've had all sorts of issues with that game, trying to play it. But it's a really cool game. And they announced the sequel. There was like a big trailer for a sequel, and then it was never spoken of again. Because I feel like it's been like 1 or 2 years since they released that trailer, and then they just never brought it up again. Which is kind of sad, because I do want to see a sequel to that game, although, you know, I still need to finish it. But I think a sequel would be really cool. It's just the world and the characters are just really interesting. And the storyline. Which reminds me, I also need to play the Ratchet and Clank games. Those are kind of similar types of games. I played the first one, like my roommate once in college was playing through it, and so I helped him at parts. I remember there was like one quest specifically that I was able to kind of solve on my own. I was able to help him solve. I just wandered around the map and finally found where I was supposed to go to do it. So he was very happy that I was able to fix that for him. We need to go to the cantina. Passed it. Cantina's here. But this is, I guess, the last thing we really need to do here. So let's solve all our problems, and then we'll probably go on to Kashyyyk, I think. Yeah.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi, even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit.
Maybe we should listen to what... Let's listen.
You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
We don't have to give it to
Is
her.
it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother.
Maybe one of you should be the first to give the other a break.
You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous.
Treasure hunting is a dangerous
I always
occupation.
tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you. Your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I...
I know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Well, now. You said you had important business. And you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me?
Bastila can take care of
So
herself.
did her father. That doesn't mean she doesn't need help now and again.
Okay,
Where
fair
are
enough.
you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits. It's all I have. Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
Aww. That's so sweet. Alright, well, I guess we're good then. How are you feeling, Canderous?
Yeah, what do you... This thing with Joggy. Is there something else? Your choice.
Alright.
How can I help?
So do you feel better now?
Yes. That brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn.
No problem.
How can I help?
You're curious about something?
Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even start with that. You're the one who asked. I wasn't even going to say anything. But now that you've brought it up, I see I shouldn't have waited as long as I have. In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light.
Oh, thank
Follow
you.
the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so little training.
Yeah, you
For
know.
me, it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion?
I just do what I think is right.
And that's enough for you. If only it were as easy for me. If only the right path was always clear. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused, and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side.
Are you saying you don't believe in the corruption of the dark
I
side?
don't know. Would the power I use to kill Darth Malak be too tempting to keep using? Would I become the kind of evil I want to destroy?
That's the question,
The very
isn't
thought
it?
that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them?
What?
These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
No, I get it. I understand what you're saying. I don't know why my only option was to say what there. That makes perfect sense. Who's to say?
You again.
They're very, very,
is it
very
now?
strict about, like, if you... Haven't I said this before? Like, if you fall to temptation, like, it's hard to come back from it.
Circa Corporation.
I wanted to check the shops here. Actually, is there anything I can sell? I'm gonna spend some time shopping here, and then I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Here, just want to see if there's anything else to buy, but we're pretty much just gonna leave after this. So, well, see, I could sell this to the hunter guy, but it's the same item value here, so I think I'll just go ahead and sell it here. Don't really see why I would need to go specifically to the hunter dude to sell it. Karth just leveled up for no apparent reason. I don't know why. It was very strange. I'm switching Karth to dueling with a blaster pistol. I think it'll be good in the long run. Okay, never mind. Didn't I just buy a fucking... what? What did I just buy? Okay, I could have sworn when I saw it in the shop, it said 4 to 11. And now it's saying much lower than that. Unless I accidentally bought the wrong thing. I think I accidentally bought the Bothan Quick Draw. Because I meant to buy this. Let's try again. There it is. Okay. Alright. I think we're good here. Pretty confident with what we've achieved. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check on everything else. Actually, I do want to look at Canderous, because I have Canderous in my party right now. I think he could be able to use Davik's, like... I don't think I've checked on this awareness. +4, an improved power blast. Yeah, 8+1, 8+3. I mean, you may as well use that, right? Sure, there you go. Yeah, I mean, he looks kind of silly, but, you know. Not bad, not bad. Are there actually any other shops? I mean, I know there's one in the Circa Corp. I can't go to the droid shop, because he doesn't want anything to do with me. We can go to let's go to the Circa office. I don't think I have much money left. Yeah, I've got 1,400, so we'll go to the Circa office, and then if there's nothing else we can buy there, we can just leave. That's just the end of it, you know? We've done all we can do on Tatooine at the moment. We need to come back here later after we've been to Kashyyyk. Hello? Forgive me for the intrusion, human. My name is Seni Vec. I believe you dropped this datapad, and I wish to return it to you. I'm sure there must be some mistake. There's no mistake, human. This datapad is yours, and yours alone. Please take it. I didn't drop it. I'm certain you did, human. Please take the datapad. It's yours, I'm sure. What is this? No, this is no game. I simply saw you drop this datapad, and I wish to give it back to you. Thanks? My pleasure, human. You should examine it to make sure it is not broken. Goodbye, human. Thanks? Oh, the Jenna Harden say to seek Hullis on Manon. Come alone or not at all. Okay, well, we could take a trip, take a little detour back to Manon, I guess. Thank you. I meant to go back there anyways just for the, Did I ever buy the poison, by the way? I don't think I did. Just to have it. In case my plan on Manon doesn't work out. Yeah, I didn't. I should go back and buy the poison real quick, so I'm gonna go do that. Just in case. I don't necessarily plan on using it. I have another idea that'll probably work out. But it is a solution in case my other plan is not right, unless I'm wrong. Then I can deal with the Gurkha. They're called Gurkha, right? Gizka, whatever. Gizka. I knew it started with a G and had a KA at the end.